On this week's episode of the Haunt Brief, we sit down and talk with Barry Schieferstein from the Midwest Haunters Convention coming June 8th through the 10th. And pack your bags and make sure the car's ready to go, as HauntCon is just around the corner. We give you all the latest updates coming from HauntCon and tell you what to expect at the show. It's all on this week's The Haunt Brief. This week's episode of The Haunt Brief is brought to you by HauntApps.com. For a custom branded iPhone and Android mobile app for your haunted attraction, be sure to visit HauntApps.com. And by viewers like you. Hint, hint, hint. Hey everybody, we're now joined with Barry Schieferstein, one of the organizers behind the Midwest Haunters Convention that comes at, I believe, this June 8th through the 10th at Columbus, Ohio. Barry, welcome to the Haunt Brief.
Oh, it's great to be here, Charles. Thanks.
Thank you for coming on. Wanted to talk to you real quickly about everything that you got going on. This is naturally the convention season and everything that's going on. We just had Transworld. At the time this comes out, I believe HauntCon will just be around the corner. And then what I think is probably the most anticipated and just everybody loves convention right after Transworld is obviously yours, the Midwest Haunters Convention. Tell us a little bit about the history behind Midwest Haunters. Where do you guys all come from?
Well, we're all there's four of us that run the show. My wife Kathy and I, as well as Kelly and Nina Collins, and we all live here in Columbus, and that's why the show's always here. We don't haven't really considered moving it too much, but it started out initially as intended to be a much smaller show, but due to a lot of different circumstances and some great events, it's grown immensely over the years. From our first year, which was an outdoor event of about 300 people, to this year we're expecting over 3,000.
Over 3,000. That's a good size number of people. And speaking of which, you've actually been posting up, I think, on your Facebook account and also on the website that people that haven't gotten their hotel reservations yet, is that still possible, or what's the situation right now with the hotel?
Unfortunately, the host hotel is sold out. We typically sell out the hotel every year because of other groups that book in there with us. This year, we increased our block by almost 50%, and we sold out a month earlier than last year. So we're anticipating a very big show. However, we do have a number of different options available for people. They're on the website, they're on Facebook, hotels that are anywhere from 2 to 12 blocks away. And we've negotiated special rates with them as well, so they can just go online and get the information and still stay fairly close and in the downtown area.
And where can they go online to find that information? From your website or?
MidwestHauntersConvention.com or MidwestShow.com will take you there, or at Facebook/Midwest Haunters.
Okay, so be sure to visit the link. We'll post it below here for you. Be sure to visit MidwestHauntersConvention.com. By the way, I love your website. I think it looks great.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do.
I personally think it's the best website for any of the haunt conventions. Hell, I think it's the best convention website. Period. So.
Yes, it does look good. You did a great job, Charles.
Oh damn! He let the cat out of the bag. Okay. So going on, what are some of the things that people can find when they go to the Midwest Haunters Convention? I mean, Transworld's known for being a buyer's show. HauntCon's known for being, an educational show. What sets Midwest Haunters Convention apart from the rest, or what's the reason why people should go to your show?
Well, I think one of our good friends summed it up the best. That he said, Transworld is a show that you go to because you have to for your business, where the Midwest Haunters Convention is a show that you want to go to. Mm-hmm. And that's really always been our intention, is to make it fun and enjoyable and educational for the entire industry. We don't limit ourselves just to haunt owners. We provide education and activities for actors, for makeup people, for set designers, you name it. So it is an industry-wide event.
And what sort of things can people do at the convention? I went there last year, and by the way, I had a blast. I think you guys put on a great show. What all can the people experience when they're at the show? I know you have, I believe, haunt tours, education, a trade show, some really great parties. Let's just kind of go through the list. What kind of haunt tours do you got today?
Well, yeah, the actual convention activities actually kick off on Wednesday before the show, where we have a 2-day haunt tour. This year we're heading up to Michigan and northwestern Ohio. We'll be visiting 10 different haunts up in that area. And the nice thing about that trip is it's all inclusive. You show up Wednesday morning, we put you on a bus, and you don't have to worry about anything until we drop you back off Thursday night at the hotel.
As opposed to, in the middle of a field somewhere in Ohio.
Well, depending on how you act. But the nice thing about it is we have a special rate on Tuesday night at the Hyatt Hotel, which rooms are still available for that at only $79. So if you need to get in early, you can do that. And the nice thing that the Hyatt does for us is if you're booked in there, they will comp your room for Wednesday night while you're on the buses.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you don't have to move your stuff out of your room and stuff like that. After that tour gets back, we really kick things off on Friday. We have a lot of things going on pre-convention still with workshops all day Friday. And this year we're actually doing a paranormal bus tour up to the Mansfield area. However, that's another thing that just sold out about 5 minutes before I got on this call with you. And then Friday evening, we have another haunt tour. My business partner, Kelly, he's opening up his haunt here in Columbus for Friday night. And we're also going to a costume store for an after-hour sale. And when those buses get back, there's a party that kind of kicks off the weekend. It's a karaoke party where people will have some haunters, most of them in costume, up there singing. And then the convention itself really kicks off Saturday morning. We have education all weekend long. We have a trade show that right now is sitting at, I want to say, 78 vendors and growing every day. We have workshops over the weekend. We have a number of signature events, one of them being the Monster Makeup Wars. And for those who aren't familiar with that, we put up 3 teams who have 30 minutes to create a monster from the neck up. The catch is they have to do it with what we supply them with, and they don't know what that is until they start.
That's cool. Is there anybody from Sci-Fi's Face Off going to be on there too, or are they going to be like ringers of the show?
Not competing. We try and keep that contest to the non-professionals, although some of them are borderline, that's for sure. But Face Off is going to have a large presence there. I wish I could remember all of their names, but
there's Frank, Becky, Matt.
RJ,
you can visit this episode and see a great interview we did with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they kind of took over. I shouldn't say they. Frank kind of took over the interview we tried doing at the Insane Shane party.
Hunters Digest.
I can see
Frank's as I was joking with RJ and them, Frank's kind of a force of nature.
Yes. So I guess the thing that the biggest event that we have over the weekend, the thing that a lot of people come to our show specifically for, is our Saturday night masquerade party. And
yes,
that is, while costumes aren't required, most people are dressed up, and that is the opportunity for haunters to show their fellow haunters what their talents really are. Because, so many of us, when we're acting in haunted houses or getting our actors ready, we know that most of our guests are going to be seeing them for about 3 seconds in a dark room, so we don't put a whole lot of effort into costuming. This is the haunters' chance to really show their stuff off. And last year we had over 900 people at the party.
Yeah, and it was absolutely insane. In fact, we'll post a link right here. Visit this to check out. We were at the party last year and we posted up, I think, around 50 or so photos of just the different people in costumes. I think he had body art paintings going on at the time. people in just extreme costumes. I think you had a scariest character competition going on at the party.
We actually have a number of events during the party. You mentioned the body art. That kind of kicks off the evening activities. We have some of the top body paint and airbrush artists really in the world that spend a lot of their day on Saturday doing full body paint on their models, and we that's what kicks off the party. And it is a very popular event, to say the least.
Yeah.
Also during the evening, we have a scariest character contest, and what that is we look for the scariest costume and acting during the party. So we ask people to stay in character, and they get invited to that contest. But our main event that evening is the Miss Scary Midwest pageant, where we look for the scariest female character in the haunt industry. And 8 girls compete for that, and it is a fun time.
Yeah, I mean, if you get an opportunity to go to Midwest, I guarantee you won't want to miss the party. It's definitely just good times, good people. I think a lot of people spend a large amount of the time in the lobby entrance area, just where they're in the light more and kind of talking and showing off their costumes and everything.
We have a large foyer area outside of the actual ballroom that a lot of people hang out in. But that's one thing that we're going to change up a little bit this year is we've heard the comments, and Kelly, who runs the party, he's promised to turn the lights up in the ballroom somewhat. So hopefully most of the people won't be hanging out there. They'll be on the dance floor this year.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, definitely go to the party. You're not going to regret it. And if you got a costume, definitely wear it. Great time to show off your haunt character and really show that extreme dedication you have to, you spend a lot of time making a backstory for a character in a costume. This is a great opportunity to go out and show other haunters what you've done. So definitely worth checking out. And then you also have, besides, we've got the trade show, we've got the party. Tell us a little bit about the education seminars that you got going on during the event. You mentioned what you got going before. What do you got going during the convention itself?
Yeah, during the event, we have 2 different things. We do our every year. We've always done our weekend seminars. Weekend seminars are 5 time slots over the weekend, and within those time slots, we have 5 different classes. And I break them down into tracks when I schedule them. And so we have classes in each time slot on acting, makeup, design, business, and props. And so if you're a makeup artist for your haunt, you can come and take 5 makeup classes in a row. If you really want to vary it up, you can take anything that you want during each of those time slots. And the nice thing about it is, if you get into a class and 10 minutes into it, you go, this really wasn't what I expected, you can get up and go out and sit in on another one. That's you're more than welcome to do that. So those are the weekend seminars, and very inexpensive to do, unlike a lot of other conventions where you'd pay hundreds of dollars for an education series. It's $89, so it's very affordable. You get 5 classes for that. The other thing I have going on is we have a lot of people that come for the show that don't want to spend their whole weekend in classrooms. So I created, last year, our weekend workshops. There are 4 different workshops, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. They're 3 hours apiece. They're a pay per class. So what they are is a little bit more in depth, and again, broken down into the same tracks, a little bit more in depth, a little bit more educational, and you don't have to spend your whole weekend in classes. You can, if you just want to take one class, you're more than welcome to.
So everything that's going on, definitely you need to visit MidwestHauntersConvention.com. Check out their website. The convention's going on. The conference is from June 8th to the 10th, and the exhibit is June 9th through the 10th. Definitely at the Midwest or at the Columbus, Ohio Convention Center, correct?
It's the Greater Columbus Convention Center is the actual facility.
Okay, greater. And then also hotel information. You can visit their website, pull up all the hotel information, including the ones that are rooms still available. So, just because the hosting hotel's unavailable doesn't mean that, you've missed out. You can definitely, there's literally a hotel across the street, I think.
Right, yeah, it's like a block and a half down the street, so it's not very far.
Yeah, so definitely check out the website. And then if you are attending the convention, I believe you guys got a little something to help attendees while they're at the convention, or even people that are not going to the convention but they want to stay up with what's going on, say they can't get to a computer or a website. What do you guys got going on there?
Well, again, something else new for us this year is we are on the mobile app markets, both Apple and Android, with the Midwest Haunters Convention app. You can download that and have access to information on all the vendors, all the classes, you name it, it's on there.
So, and again, that's who made that app for you? I can't remember.
I think it was the same person that did our website.
Yeah, I think it was Haunt Apps actually that did that. Yeah. Yeah, good company. You ought to check them out. Great sponsors of the show. So if you're walking around the convention, it's a great app. You can actually pull up all the news that's going on during the show. If something gets changed or rescheduled, you can actually push that out to the app. You can actually also bring up a floor plan of the trade show floor. So if you're looking for a vendor and you got their booth number, you can actually bring up a map of the trade show floor, find that booth, and be able to easily navigate right to that booth.
What we'll be doing during the weekend too is if something were to come up, I mean, we've had instances where at the last minute we've had to change a classroom or change a speaker even. We'll be posting that throughout the weekend if something like that comes up. So it's a great way to keep up to date.
That's awesome. And I know Haunt Apps has just released their new version 2.0 of the platform, and we've got some great new features. And I know we're working with your guys' app right now. It's available now on the App Store, and hopefully we'll get out the new update for you. And you actually, if you turn on push notifications, if you guys have an update, you can actually send it to the person's phone, and they don't even have to have the app open. They can just, get that update, and if, hey, it's, changed to that room, let's go.
Oh, that'll be great.
So definitely check it out. It's at the Apple App Store. We'll post links right here. You can get the iOS version for the iPhone 4 and iPod Touch, and it's iPad compatible, so you can do the 2x magnification. So if you got one of those devices, you'll definitely be able to use it there. And also on the Android, you can get it from the Google Play Marketplace. Play, I don't know, they're always changing the name of that thing. But you can definitely search for MHC app or Midwest Haunters Convention in either store, and you'll be able to find it. And how much does the app cost?
Last time I checked, it was free.
Yeah, it's free, so doesn't cost you a thing. So, and you're getting all this valuable information, so definitely go check it out. So, Barry, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Is there anything else you can think that people should know about, or?
No, I just like I said, the way things are going, if you're planning on coming, register for what you want to register for now, and make sure you get your tickets, because while most things don't sell out, it's possible some things could.
Like a hotel.
Exactly.
So definitely, if you haven't had an opportunity yet, definitely go check out MidwestHauntersConvention.com or download their app from the App Store and follow all the updates. Definitely, one of my personal favorite shows is Midwest Haunters. If you only go to one, I say go to Midwest Haunters. You're definitely going to have a good time.
We appreciate comments like that for sure.
So, and also one other thing before we go, HauntersDigest will actually be at Midwest Haunters Convention. We'll actually have a booth, I believe, on the trade show floor. We have two. So we'll actually be doing live broadcasting, similar to what we did at the Insane Shane party. So we'll be broadcasting interviews live from the show floor. I think we'll actually be doing some walking around, and at the party, we'll try to do some broadcasting from the party itself. So an entire weekend, if for some reason you don't come out to the convention, definitely just tune into HauntersDigest.com. And I think we'll actually put a live streaming window on the Midwest Haunters website. So if you go to either website, you'll actually be able to see what we got going on that day. And we're really excited about that partnership and working with you guys to kind of showcase the convention and show, unfortunately, all these poor people that are stuck at home, what all fun they're missing.
Yeah, it definitely won't be as fun and on the computer, I guess, is what I'm looking for. You want to be there. Don't watch it on TV. Yeah,
but if you got to, you can watch it from HauntersDigest. So Barry, thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it. I hope we can have you guys on again sometime before the show to kind of recap what you guys got going on, and any last minute announcements or updates you guys want to do.
Sure, be glad to.
Alrighty. So you guys are still watching the Haunt Brief. Keep it tuned in. We got more news from the haunt industry coming up, and maybe a little bit of a few more surprises. So you never know. Keep it tuned in. We're only days away from the beginning of HauntCon, starting May 3rd through the 7th at the Monroeville Center in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. As always, this year's HauntCon promises good times for attendees and an active schedule of activities going on during the show. And one of those activities is the pre-show haunt tour, which there are still tickets available for. The 2012 HauntCon Pre-Show Haunt Tour is an overnight excursion touring the best attractions that Pennsylvania has to offer before returning Thursday for the Thursday night kickoff haunt tours. Included in the tour is bus transportation for the 2-day trip, food and lodging, and admission to over 20 haunted attractions. Some haunts will have full acting staff, some will have partial staffing. Some tours will be lights on only, and some haunts will offer both a lights on and an October mode showing. For a full listing of attractions being visited during the haunt tour and to purchase your tickets, be sure to visit hauntcon.com or download the official HauntCon app from the Apple App Store and Android Marketplace. Be sure to also visit the HauntCon's official YouTube channel and subscribe to be sure to get all the latest videos coming directly from HauntCon itself. And if you don't make it out to HauntCon this year, be sure to keep it tuned in to HauntersDigest.com as we will be live broadcasting from the trade show floor. We'll be bringing you interviews from attendees at the convention, and we'll be taking you around showing you all the events that are going on during the convention.
Let's be friends for